A few hours of rest, and I am weaving my way up Oregon's coast through this eerie marine layer. This fog happens to be the main reason why we are able to find such an abundance of fungi here in July. My first encounter with this coastal fog was further south, in the land of coast redwoods, Sequoia sempervirens. Surprisingly, in comparison to the California coastline, this part of Oregon is considered to have a deficit of fog, and therefore the redwood giants, who require 35% of their annual water to come from the summer marine fog, can't survive here. But what Oregon coast lacks in redwoods, it makes up for in other ectomycorrhizal giants that consequently yield a greater abundance of ectomycorrhizal fungi. Home to Sitka spruces and western hemlocks, this ecosystem breams with edible mushrooms. Coast redwoods, Sequoia sempervirens, do form symbiotic relationships with fungi. Only those fungi are called arbuscular mycorrhizal. They're present in the soil and are very valuable to the ecosystem, but they do not produce fruits in form of mushrooms that we humans like to eat. Redwood forests are also full of decomposers, bracket fungi that help break down cellulose and lignin in dead or dying wood. Sitka spruces, western hemlocks, and shore pines, present on the coast of Oregon, partner up with ectomycorrhizal fungi. These types of fungi produce visible fruit in a form of mushroom, some of which are toxic, some medicinal, and others sought after delicious edibles, like chanterelles, king boletes, lobsters, and even Matsutake. Good morning, guys. I am traveling further up Oregon coast and checking out my other mushroom spots that I usually go to in the fall. And we just entered a new trail, and this is what I found as soon as I entered. Let me give you a better view. All of these tiny nuggets are Cantharellus, formosus, California golden chanterelles. This is how they look in the summer when they come up, summer chanterelles. Tiny little guys. Teeny tiny, but they're everywhere. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, look at these guys. Oh yeah, they're fresh. Oh. Hello, Salal. Let's go to town unearthing them. Let's get this little babies out. Hi. Oh my god. And again, it always confuses me because I think this might be the roseocanus. Look at the lighter edge, almost pinkish. Yeah. And the bright orange gills. But at this stage, they look very similar to the little formosus. I guess at the end of the day, as long as they're chanterelles, it really doesn't matter, because we're gonna eat them whether they are formosus, roseocanus, subalbinus, or whatever chanterelles they are. They're going onto our dinner plate. Whoa. Ah, guys. Oh my god. I literally just started walking down this trail. Oh yeah. And I don't have my brush, but I have my hands, and that's gonna have to do it. Look at this family. People say that they're good for pizza. I could see why. That'd be one amazing pizza with chanterelles, right? Imagine these little nuggets on the dough. Okay, a few more. These guys came up clean, and they do look like rainbow chanterelles to me, a little more than Pacific golden chanterelle. And last November, I was here and I gathered rainbow chanterelles, a lot of them, bigger ones. The cap was a little bit more wavy too. I'll include the pictures. Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh. Cantharellus roseocanus, commonly known as rainbow chanterelle or summer chanterelle. I was once asked if I were to have the same exact meal repeating for the rest of my life, what would it be? My answer was instant: seared chanterelles with garlic and dill. That was before I tried Matsutake. But if someone would have told me then that my favorite mushroom also comes as a rainbow, my favorite color, my heart and brain would probably explode. That's why the universe took its time and has slowly been preparing me for this fantastic rendezvous. And here we are. Rainbow chanterelle. I call her my tiny ballerina of Cantharellus family. In wet conditions, her cap's margin shimmers with delicate pink iridescence, while the bright orange, blunt-edged, forked, false gills underneath the cap seem to hold it up like a pancake tutu. In dry conditions, the cap fades from saturated orange to pale pinkish gray. The cap's edge or margin will often stay enrolled even as the mushroom matures and the cap expands and uplifts, becoming super wavy. This type is mostly straight, cylindrical, and lightly sprayed with hues of peachy pink shades over and above a whitish base. Rainbow chanterelles fruit during the summer coastal fog that we observed this morning and can be found late into the fall. I used to think that only rainbow chanterelles can fruit in the summer months, and therefore that only rainbow chanterelles can be called summer chanterelles. But this July, I learned that rainbow chanterelle's close cousin Cantharellus formosus, Pacific golden chanterelle, also fruits in summer months, and as a matter of fact, I found the two varieties growing just steps away. The summer version of the Pacific golden chanterelle is just as small and stubby in her stature as the rainbow chanterelle, whereas the fall Pacific golden chanterelle changes to grow tall and slender. In this nuggety state, the two can be confused easily, which, if you ask me, is not a complication by any stretch. But if you'd like to definitely know the species, just note that Cantharellus formosus, Pacific golden chanterelle, is uniformly orange, while rainbow chanterelle, Cantharellus roseocanus, will have a mix of gray, peachy, pinkish tones with much brighter orange veins. The flesh of both varieties is dense and stringy, stains darker yellow when bruised or cut. And all chanterelles smell of apricots and taste like heaven. Is this another roseocanus? Oh yes, oh yes. Look at her, nice and big. This one, it's growing like in the shade, and I think there is one more hiding right here. Oh yes. Get this one. Oh my God, guys, look how beautiful. Rainbow chanterelles. Gorgeous. I think that this is a manzanita bolete. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely. Look at this gorgeousness. Manzanita bolete. Just unearthed this gorgeous manzanita bolete, Lixinum manzanita, and this mushroom is from a Boletaceae family, of course, but it is considered to be edible with caution. I have yet to try one in America. I think the European species are a little bit different, but this is such a beautiful bolete. Look, it has, of course, the pores for its spore-producing surface instead of the gills, and the stipe is bulbous like this. This one is bulbous on one side, and it has these black little scabers. And they're not as prominent on this one, but usually you can see them very prominently. And the cap, the top of the cap is reddish brown, I would say. This one is white on one side because it was growing on the side like this and didn't see the sun. But look at this beautiful bolete. Manzanita bolete. Guys, I think I'm gonna cry right now. I think I found the summer Matsutake. I haven't unearthed it yet. I'm still dealing with the shock of it. I was looking at this Allotropa and I'm like, well, let's check the area around, and look what I see. Oh my God, I think this is a Matsutake. Oh, in July. Where are you? Can you see? All right, this is a Matsutake, guys. This is a Matsutake. I can recognize by the gray mycelium. Oh my God, July 14th. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. July 14th, Matsutake. Oh my God, I missed you so much. I missed him so much. Oh my God. Wow, it is true. July Matsutake. Oh my God. Oh my God. I need to get to the car to get more bags. Let's do it. I can't believe it. Oh my God, hallelujah. These guys, the candy canes, gave the Matsutake away. They don't photosynthesize, so they leave with the help of Matsutake mycelium, Tricholoma magnivelare. Oh no, this is murrillianum. Yeah, murrillianum mycelium here on the west coast. It is true. 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 You don't understand how happy I am. How happy I am that I came to check. I did it. I did it. I found Matsutake in July. We're having a party tonight. Let's go find some more first. Oh my God. Tricholoma murrillianum, the western Matsutake. Finding one is like finding a precious hidden gem. Only this treasure is not going into the bank or a safe. Instead, it is going straight into my belly. A combination of Matsutake's unique flavor, texture, and aroma is so divine that people ship them overnight across the earth to have the ultimate umami experience. Tricholoma murrillianum, or Western Matsutake, love sandy volcanic soil and, in my experience, grow near lodgepole pines. However, this only holds true in high elevation and coastal forests. When inland, Matsutake thrive in tan oak madrone woodlands, manzanita thickets in the south of the Redwoods Range, and in mixed conifer forests of western hemlocks, Douglas firs, and true firs in Oregon and Washington. One of the best visual clues for the Matsutake mycelium are these sugar stick plants, Allotropa virgata. Allotropa is a mycoheterotroph, which means it fully relies on an underground mycelial network to feed itself. It has absolutely no color green on it because it lacks its own chlorophyll and therefore cannot photosynthesize nutrients for survival. To get them, it hacks into the mycorrhizae formed between Matsutake mycelium and the roots of its host tree, acting as a red and white flag above the ground indicating nearby presence of Matsutake. Yes, sugar stick plant, also known as the candy cane, hijacks exclusively Matsutake fungus for nutrients. Matsutake murrillianum, also known as the pine mushroom or simply the tan oak among original nations, can be found growing deep in the ground while in its highly prized button stage, or stretching high above it as a mature specimen. This is to say that the appearance of Matsutake will also vary depending on the stage at which it is gathered, but the scent will always remain: sweet cinnamon and baby skin. Because Matsutake is such a sought-after prized edible, each stage of its maturity is graded on a scale from 1 to 5, with the youngest, tightly closed, solid buttons with veil completely intact graded as number 1s, the best, and the fully mature specimens, with flat or upward arching caps and gills exposed, as number 5s. I personally love what you would call number 2, 3, and 4 Matsutake. At these stages, there's plenty of flesh to make a hearty meal, and the fact that the mushroom's veil has already bursted and the spores were already released to make more mushrooms in the future makes me feel way more ethical. The cap starts off as a hemispherical dome shape with an in-rolled margin that is snugly pulled to the stipe with a partial veil, giving the entire fruit body an ice cream cone-like appearance. Depending on where you gather your Matsutake, the cap's surface may or may not be covered with soft, pressed scales. In my experience, Matsutake found in high elevation volcanic soils lack the scales on the cap, while Matsutake found near the coast have caps that are super scaly. As the mushroom matures and the cap expands into a more broadly convex shape, the partial veil tears, exposing the mushroom's spore-producing surface, crowded, whitish creamy gills that are either narrowly or broadly attached to the stipe. The cottony partial veil then forms an annulus ring which flares upwards from the stipe, as if frozen in time. The stipe is solid, tapered towards the bottom and covered with orangish-brownish, scruffy fibrils right below the ring zone. The very base of the stipe is often covered in sand or whatever substrate you gathered it from, and has a distinctively ashy mycelium point at the very tip. Tricholoma murrillianum starts out white, but slowly develops cinnamon brown, tan, or reddish brown stains on the fibrils of the cap, on the gills, and on the scales that cover the lower stipe as a result of aging or handling. I used to think that the gills turn cinnamon color when the mushroom sporulates, but I was incorrect. The spore print of Tricholoma magnivelare is white, and therefore the gills turn cinnamon color simply due to being exposed to air and natural aging. Matsutake are known to fruit September through November, when the night temperatures begin to highly contrast the day ones. Plus, any bit of rain promotes fruiting. But this year, the veil of secrecy surrounding summer Matsutake presence has been thinning, as videos keep popping up on YouTube showing foragers gather small amounts of this treasure in July.
Yeah. I see another shrimp. I see another shrimp. Can you see it, guys? Oh, wait. Just need to get to it somehow. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is an old one. Nobody picked you, honey. Well, we can salvage some of the stipe. Oh my God, let's find a little bit different area where it's a little bit wetter. But they're here. Look at that gorgeous ash-like mycelium. That's all mycelium. Let's cover it up so it can produce more mushrooms for us. Okay guys, so I found 2 older Matsutake in this spot. I think I'm gonna head to another spot that I know that I pick later in November usually, and hopefully Matsutake there will be much fresher. I'm sure there's not gonna be a lot, but oh my God, what a treat. This aroma of Matsutake, they're in my bag now. It's just filling up the entire forest. Unbelievable. Let's go change. I'm super hot. I got out in the morning. It's now daytime. The sun is heating up the earth, and my pants and my shirt. So let's go change and run to that other spot and see what's going on there. It's a little bit of ways to hike, so let's get going. Matsutake in July. So I changed into lighter hiking clothes so I'm not as hot during the day, and I'm making my way up. It's a long hike to my Matsutake spot. It's a little bit lower down the coast. I'm thinking because I find Matsutake here later in the season when it's actually Matsutake season. So I figured if the ones in that other spot are already a little bit too dry, then these ones should be just right. Let's go see if we can find them. Oh my god, so excited. Matsutake in July. Oh, and there's so many of these almond-scented russulas everywhere. Oh. Oh. Oh my god, just like almond. Woo-hoo. Spreading the spores. I don't know if we need to because they are just covering the heels of this path. All right, I'm gonna meow out for now
and tell you a little about this almond-scented russula. We are not going to use a specific scientific name for the species here because there exist two almost identical almond-scented russulas, Russula fragrantissima and Russula laurocerasi, and this here could be either one of the two. To tell for sure, we would need to have a microscope and at least one very old specimen, which we would then check for foul smell. But we don't have either one of the two. So let's focus on what we do have and what we do know. Russula mushrooms, commonly known as the brittle gills, share these key features. A. They have brittle gills. B. Their stems break like chalk. C. They do not exude latex. D. They're ectomycorrhizal. The rest gets tricky pretty fast, since there are roughly 1900 species within the Russulaceae family. Because of this multitude of species, they're separated into not only genera, but also multiple subgenera, and then those are further subdivided into sections and subsections and groups and so forth. Well, long story short, almond-scented russulas are a part of a group of russulas known as fetid russula group. The word fetid is an adjective and means smelling very unpleasant, stinking, or foul. And although it can be applied to many different bad-smelling russulas, it generally refers to russulas that smell specifically like marzipan or maraschino cherry pits or bitter almonds. I actually find the scent pretty pleasant, but it is known to turn fetid as the fruit body gets older. And this tendency to turn foul-smelling from pleasant-smelling is a feature that separates the two almost identical species of Russula, Russula fragrantissima and Russula laurocerasi. Also, their spores look different under the microscope. Mushrooms in fetid Russula group are characterized by their bitter almond scent, cream-colored spore prints, and orange-brownish or yellow-brownish colored caps that turn slimy when wet. And they all taste extremely bitter, peppery, or acrid. I've heard that people in Europe boil acrid russulas several times to be able to eat them. But in case of almond russulas, the acrid taste is not the end-all. It masks behind it extreme bitterness, which cannot be simply boiled away. Experienced foragers follow extensive boiling with further pickling or salting techniques to get rid of the bitterness and to leach out the irritating sesquiterpenoids. In any case, most authoritative guides classify all members of fetid russulas as not edible, potentially toxic, and known to cause gastrointestinal distress, nausea, and vomiting. As you might have noticed, slugs are extremely attracted to almond-scented russulas. So let's just leave these russulas to them.
Oh yeah, I remember this spot. It used to be very productive. Oh, hi salamander. A little salamander there. It sure is a lot of work to walk up here. Well guys, I don't know if my strategy was correct because further down south the earth is much drier. Everything is very, very dry here. And so far, no matsutake. You see, you hear how it crumbles under my feet. So dry. So maybe summer matsutake don't go down like winter matsutake, but come back up in further up north or up in elevation. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, this is, I think this is a Russula. Oh, this is an old Russula. Oh, I almost thought that this was a Matsutake. Ah. Oh, somebody enjoyed it. Doesn't smell so good at this point in life. Thank you, dear Russula. Honestly, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be finding any more Matsutake today. At least not in this spot. But I'm just so happy that I found those two. I'm sure there were more here earlier. I see holes where they got pulled out either by people or by the animals. But all right, we're going to make our way up, further up north, and see what else we can find there. What type of mushrooms, what type of edible mushrooms. Alright guys, for now we're gonna make my go-to recipe, miso soup with matsutake. This is my on-the-road quick recipe when I get super duper hungry. Let's cut up our matsutake. I know it doesn't look, it's not a button, but it's still fresh. Good to go. Look at this beauty. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I got a matsutake in July. Wow. Oh, look at this gorgeousness. I'm gonna use every piece. I'm not gonna even clean it too much because I only have two and I'm gonna savor every little bit of it. Every little bit. I'm gonna just slice it thin for the soup, like this. I believe it's called julienne. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go into thin strips, like this. And matsutake can be eaten raw, so I am not planning on boiling it. And look, it's not buggy. How amazing is that? 1 and 2. Yes, our amazing miso paste. And 3. There we go. I'm being very careful around the hot water. That's why I'm not squeezing all of it out. I don't want my hand to slip. And now we're gonna add these guys. Whoop. Whoop. And put all of the trash back into the bag. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The aroma of the matsutake is so much stronger than the aroma of the miso soup. It's unbelievable. So sometimes I would slice these into smaller strips, but I really want to feel the texture of the mushroom, so I'm just gonna add it in just like this. Miso soup with matsutake mushrooms in July. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is going to be delicious. Yes. It's almost 4 p.m. I mean, it's 4:30 p.m. right now, but I think I'm gonna make another try at the first spot. Maybe find a couple more mushrooms and then head further up the coast and try to find spots where I can find more Matsutake. The crunchy texture. I missed Matsutake so much. And this one was so fresh, actually. Let's go. Off we go.
I checked out another hike and drove for a few more hours before finally deciding to stop and make dinner with my chanterelles and hedgehogs, the ones I found yesterday. They already released all the water. Our hedgehog chanterelle Maggie. We're ready to add the oil. Our mushrooms are ready and they are delicious. And we're about to watch sunset while eating our wild mushrooms that we've gathered with my baby Rosie. Hi Rosie bud. These are good. Meowing out for tonight. Bye.